Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Colby Spicoli coming at you with another deck profile of Blackwings. This is a little bit different, like variant from, controlled Blackwings, but it's really aggressive and you can smack for so much damage in this deck. It's really ridiculous. Like you can go for game off of piercing so quick. It's good because they don't want to set anything because you're probably gonna hit them for like you know, even if it's for like 1,500 over, like 1,000 over, like you will be smacking them for like good amounts of damage and defense. But anyways, let me know if you have any comments or just anything you want me, that I could take out or stuff like that. So let's get right into the deck profile. Like I said, this is a little bit different from most variants of Blackwings. But yeah, alright, let's get into it. It's 3 Sure right here. Sure is, your searcher. I love him in this build because his effect is like always live. Like you will always be able to, get over monsters, no matter really like this card will basically compete with like your big monsters and other people's boss monsters. So, his effect is just always live. So 3 Bora. This guy is really good in this deck too. He becomes 25 with piercing, which is just great. Basically a boss monster with just piercing, enormous piercing. And if you have Collude in hand, like more power to you. You go for game a lot easier. And yeah, so 3. I was running this at 1, but I like it at 2 because, like I said in my other Blackwing video, that you do need more Blackwings, and 2 isn't really a dead draw, so, I like running him at 2. Plus, you can go for insane amounts of damage with this guy on the field with Solidarity. It gets really, really brutal when you can smack them for 35. If you have Bora and him on the field, smack him for like 35 or with Pierce. Yeah, it's just this guy goes for game a lot with your Blackwings in this deck. So I run 2 now. 2 Blizzard. I like him at 2. I'd keep him at 2. Don't run more, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. 2 Kalu. This is why I'm building this variant and testing it out, is because Kalu is just amazing, like an amazing card. In this deck, you could normal summon Shura and just, kind of wait on it and sit on it, and then when they attack with, their boss monsters, you drop Kalu, and they always have to really think about attacking, because you never know when you might have a Kalu in hand, so 1 Gale. Love this card. Gotta run it. In this deck, he becomes 21. So, like, Gale's just like extra boss in this. Like, he can pretty much get over anything. So, 1 Zephyros. I'm gonna be putting 2 in. Just don't know what I'm gonna take out. Actually, that's not true. I do, but I'll tell you about that when we get to it with the spells and traps. So 1 for now, though. 1 Vayu. Just 1. You don't really need more than 1. 2 Battle Fader. I'll show you why I run Battle Fader. You can just get away with it in this deck, and if you can play Battle Fader without without it affecting you, especially in this build, then why not? So I run 2. And then 2 Duty Crow. Since you can't run the Veilers in this deck build, you don't really need them, but these are just your replacements for the Veiler, is your DD Crow. So yeah. Alright, spells. We got your staples: Book of Moon, Monster Reborn, Heavy, and Dark Hole. Pretty self-explanatory. The reason why I run Book too, like, people don't really run Book anymore, but in this deck, since you're going to be piercing for like a shit ton of damage, you're gonna need books to, you know, make those big plays and beat over their boss monsters and still have a good amount of piercing. So I run book. I was thinking about running enemy controller, but I don't think so. So 2 pot of duality. I love pot in this deck. Searches for anything you'll really need, and you can just set up for your big plays next turn. 2 MST, you know, self-explanatory. 2 in this, yeah. This is the main build of why I was telling you, you know, this deck is a little bit different. Is I run the Solidarity build. The reason I don't run 3 is because you really only need 1. 1 is enough advantage in this deck that you can go for game, and it's like a lockdown. It's really hard to get over your beat sticks when you have this out on the field. So I only run 2. I might want to try 3, but 2 is fine in my opinion, just because 1's really all you need. And like, it's always great to have 2 like on the field. It just goes for game quicker, but there's just other things you could put in that I like better than running 3. So you got your Allure of Darkness for your draw power in the deck, and then you have your Black Whirlwind. This card is so good with Solidarity, like, it is unreal, because you can search for any card in your deck off of any, like, even Blizzard, and usually you can't get effect off of Blizzard because there's nothing low enough, but Blizzard, when you normal summon him, he's 21, so search for anything, you know, along with Shura and Bora. Like, your possibilities when you get Solidarity in this is just really bad for your opponent, really bad, because add a Kalu, and then you could go for game, or what I do is, you know, you go for Bora always, and then special, obviously, and then you have your 25 beat stick with piercing for literally like no cost, and then you'll have like Ashura, so a 26, and then, you know, your 25, and it just gets really brutal. Like, you rack up the damage really quick in this deck. So let's get on to the traps. I play 3 Icarus. The reason why I play 3 is because these are always live, always. You know, since it's Solidarity build, you can only run the Winged Beast, like only Winged Beast, and so they're always live. Like, why wouldn't you play them if, you know? They do kind of get clumpy, but, you know, it's nothing you can't play over and definitely, like, get around. So 2 Solemn. I would run the Solemn Brigade, but I don't have the Solemn Judgment, but I'll show you which card I'm gonna take out for the Solemn Judgment. But for now, you know, 2 Solemn Warning. 2 Fiendish Chain. Like, you absolutely need this card in the deck now, especially with this format, because, you know, you're gonna have all these little monsters playing effects, or, you know, they get out something big and play it. You know, you just Fiendish Chain it. And you can bounce this with Zephyros, which is why I like it so much. Like, you can play Fiendish Chain, and then if you feel like it, you know, you don't have to bounce the Blackwing. You can just bounce your Fiendish Chain, get it back to your hand, and you have another Fiendish Chain. So, just good combos you can do with it. Your Mirror Force, I'll probably bump this up to 2, because good protection. You got your Torrential. Get rid of all these loop garbage decks. I do side another one, just so you guys know. So, and then of course your Starlight Road, like, staple. You need a Starlight Road in this deck, especially with the format now that, you know, you have 2 Torrential and 2 Mirror Force, and people are going to be abusing that. So staple. Like, I'm not even going to argue with you, or whoever like is going to try and argue with me. Staple. So. Well, anyways, I'm not going to show you guys the extra deck, because, you know, that's your guys' way of making it yours. So, tell me what you think of the deck profile. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And, like the video, and comment, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.